When I first contacted you about that, that I wanted to do this project, I was actually a little nervous. I was like, okay, what is she gonna think of me? I'm not the best in front of cameras. And I remember I just kept reminding myself, like, you know what? No, this is how I want to tell my story. This is how I want to document my struggles,
Mhm.
and how, to show others in the future how I overcame it. And so before coming in, I knew what my vision and mission was for this whole project. And then during it, when you gave me that journal, I was like, okay, this is awesome. It's going to open my mind even more. And every question, I felt like it was so much emotion that just came out of me. And I felt that with every answer that I gave on that paper, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just like pouring out like everything, you
Yeah.
know? And I remember when I first came into that space when we were doing the shoot, I was really nervous. I was like, oh no, I feel like I need to hide all my emotions and thoughts that I had like, written out. And
Um,
yeah, I eventually during the shoot, I was a little nervous, but I felt like that you guys provided me an environment that I could just be vulnerable and be myself.
mm.
And I poured out everything during the shoot. Honestly, like I didn't even
Yeah.
expect to cry, and I cried.
Yeah.
It was a very emotional shoot, and honestly, it was very healing for me, for sure. It was
Mm.
something that I needed to do to release to be able to get stronger for this journey. Okay, I'm gonna show my scar. That was like the biggest thing for me. Like I wanted to highlight my scar. I wanted people to just see through a photo the hurt, the pain, and then the strength. The healing part for me was just the way that the shoot was done. It wasn't just like this is not a photo shoot. This I felt like this was like therapy, and it was just literally a journey. Like, whenever people tell me, "Oh, how was the photo shoot with Rena?" I was like, "It wasn't a photo shoot. It was, guys, this is like a spiritual journey. Like, I don't think you guys understand." I remember as I was pulling the strings of the yarn for one of the concepts, like, oh my gosh, I'm even getting goosebumps thinking about it. But I was pulling the strings out of the yarn. I was like, oh my gosh, I just felt like more free. After I did that, I let out a big cry. And I remember like, it was just, oh my goodness. It was just such a like an experience that I didn't think it would be that way. You know what I mean? I didn't realize the healing and everything that would come with this whole thing, this whole experience with you reimagined. It was just whoa. That was healing for me, the fact that I was able to be vulnerable in front of a camera. I would recommend this to people who have been through so much trauma or have experienced great grief. Someone who has just experienced so much in their life negatively, and they want to put this aside beside them and use it as a tool to like strengthen others. Not that it's exclusive, it's just more for people who are ready for this.
Mm.
If you're not ready for it, this experience unfortunately wouldn't give you the healing that you think it would. When it comes to whoever is going to book this next, like this person needs to understand the experience that's going to come behind it. And
Mm.
if they're not ready to let go, if they're not ready to move forward and grow, then they're not ready. Even after the shoot, there's still moments where I am doubtful, I'm fearful, but I look back on these photos and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
wow. When you're ready to share your journey and your struggles, like that's when you're ready for you reimagined. If you're like right there and you already know that you want to do it, I would say just go for it. Don't even think about the price. Like it's not in the end, like when you look at the price and as a consumer, you're like, oh man, like should I? Should I? Because I know a lot of these during these times, everyone's always thinking about like how much is it or what should I do? But I I really think that this project, this experience is literally priceless. In reality, it's like something that you get to have for a lifetime. You get to keep these photos forever. You can print it, you can canvas it, whatever you like to do with it, but you get to have these like moments and experiences forever. If you're really thinking about it, just do it. Honestly, just do it. Just click it, put your credit card number in, Flick it, like do it. This
Mhm.
is such a great experience, you guys. Rena does such an amazing job. Her team, there is something special about the way that, she wants to be intentional with this project. And it's just a lot of photographers, they do great work, but this particularly, it's the environment that you guys created together with
Mm.
Chelsea that made me feel like I could just be myself and forget it. Like I don't have to hide. I don't have to pretend. The moment I walked in, I was like, okay, I
Wow.
gotta recommend this to everyone else.